let's go chat with the head coach now after this 11-8 victory over UCF. And, Coach, I have to imagine how this game ended and how this team built onto the lead. That's exactly what you were looking for after yesterday.
Yeah, I don't want anybody, no offense to you media people, to talk about us holding on to win. I mean, look, that was a really gutsy win by our players. I mean, when you get out to a 6-run lead and they cut it to 1, and you know what Cam Colmore did, what Bridgie did, what Ryder Giles did, and offensively we kept adding. I mean, it's not easy. I told you guys UCF's not they're not bad. They're good. You know, they're very explosive offensively, as you guys have seen the first 3 games. And, you know, they've hurt us when we've made mistakes. But Cam Colmore was outstanding. Matt Bridges was outstanding. I mean, 2 6-year guys that came in and just emptied the tank and did what they needed to do for us to have an opportunity to win at the end.
Well, the offense with the home run by Francisco in the 6th inning was the charge that really kept the offense going, and scoring in those 3 consecutive innings. Yeah, Pirates never looked back at any time today, but he the catalyst.
Randy's been really seeing the baseball well. You know, obviously got a swing off whenever it was the 7th. I thought I was watching it from my computer at this time, but I thought Lane Hoover just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. Obviously, he's putting pressure on the defense. The guy throws it down the line. That was big. But Bryson's swing, Ryder Giles' swing, couple walks, you know, before that, thought our guys just kept grinding. And that's what you got to do to win college baseball games.
I want to ask you about the 7th inning when you were ejected, but as you were leaving, you turned to your dugout. We could see it up here, and you were telling them to stay with it, to get back up, to finish this game off, and how they performed to finish out this game. I mean, it's hard to not connect the dots there. They really came through for you after you left.
Yeah, you know, so I think it's the first time you guys, Malcolm would have to let you know, I think it's the first time I've been thrown out that we've won a game since I've been the head coach here. So I'm glad to flip that script. But, you know, I want to protect our guys. I don't want our guys talking to umpires. And, you know, obviously I thought it was a strike and he didn't. So we had a little disagreement, and I wanted the guys to be fired up and have my back if I was going to get ejected from the game. So, and they did have my back today. They just kept grinding and were able to scratch and claw to get a win.
Well, Coach, congratulations. This was a real gutsy effort for a long day at the yard here for your guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow when you go for the series win.
Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Coach O.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll open up to other questions for Coach Godwin now.
Coach, how nice was it to get out to the big lead early on with the big first inning?
It was awesome. I thought our approach against their starter was outstanding. I thought Cooch pitching out of the first inning when we made an error in the first inning was huge as well, because it gave us momentum. We got the double play ball, 1st and 3rd. We get out of the inning, it's 0-0. And then offensively, we just grinded out a lot of great at-bats. I know we executed hit and run in there and just really stuck to our approach. And guys walked with the bases loaded, made the guys for UCF get the ball to plate. And getting a 6-run lead's huge. But as we saw, I mean, you know, we needed every one of those runs today, and that's what you don't know. And I was just so proud they kept adding on. But we didn't help Cooch out defensively. I mean, look, we didn't play great defense today. And the one positive thing about this team throughout, I don't know how many games we played, 34, 35, somewhere around there. But they've found ways to win in many different ways. And you're going to have to do that, especially in the postseason. As you know, obviously that's our goal to get to the postseason. So you're going to have to scratch and claw for everything you get. And I thought our guys were awesome at that today.
Seemed like yesterday you were maybe curious or wanting to see how the team would respond to that second game. How obviously were you just mentally into the game think they did with that?
Well, the game challenged them. And, you know, I had my just kind of life speech before the game, and Cam's sitting in here. He's heard it 1,000 times, but, you know, different bad stuff happens to different people all throughout life. And, you know, the only thing you can control is your response. So you have a bad event, you have your response, and that equals the outcome. And I was talking more about life. I mean, look, there's been some guys that have lost a family member recently, and of course injuries with Skylar Brooks and Hoove and Carson missing this weekend. And if you let your mind keep telling you how bad the situation is, you start believing it, and you get into a really bad place. And you know, COVID has made it tough on a lot of people. And I'm talking about mentally. It's just absolutely crushed the positive morale of human beings. And that's the one thing we've had to work really hard at this year, is to keep our guys in a positive mindset, which they have done a good job recently with that.
Cliff, can you address the importance of picking up this win today and re-seizing momentum as you move into Sunday a little bit?
It's better than a loss. That's how I'll sum it up for you. You're the king of how we're feeling. So I'm feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. So you're laughing, but every time we win, I feel better than when we lose, as our players do. And I told you guys, yeah, our guys invest a lot, man. They're up here all the time. They're working on their craft. They're helping their teammates, their coaching staff. I mean, it's a lot. There's a lot more invested than just game day. The amount of video that we watch and try to get our guys prepared and all those things. So baseball's a long game to begin with, and then all the preparation that we put into it. It's a lot of work, and yeah, it hurts when you lose. And we're obviously excited that we won today, and we have an opportunity to win the series tomorrow, which is what you want to do. You want to put yourself in a position to do that. And we've done that, but we'll have to scratch and claw to try to figure out a way to get a win tomorrow.
Coach, you talked about responding earlier. You know, you just kind of had a feeling maybe if Cam was back out there today, he was going to respond. And just his performance, did you know that he might be the first guy you go to out of the pen?
When I saw his facial expression before the game and just asked him, I normally ask him and Bridgie like how they feel, and Cam was pretty intense, which Cam is normally not like that. So I knew he wanted the ball. And once we just kept giving up runs, I was like, I'm going to that guy. And as a coach, you just want to be able to lay your head down at night if you do lose and go, hey, I put our best guys out there. And we put our best guys out there that were available today. And those guys never flinched and just that's the reason we won the game.
Cam, obviously you and Matt Bridges and Ryder came in and finished the game off. Just what did you guys feel, especially after pitching yesterday, and how big was it for you guys to both pick up Cooch Manor for you and for Bridges to pick you up?
Yeah, so yesterday I didn't have my best stuff, and I was just eager just to get the ball again today and go back out there. Yesterday, Mayhew picked me up, and I knew coming into the clubhouse today, I had to pick somebody up, and that's my mindset today is, hey, it's time to pick somebody up. They picked you up last night. It's time to pick somebody up. So, and then Matt obviously picked me up. So it's just a chain.
Cam, what was working for you today as opposed to yesterday? Was it just better command, better feel for all your pitches?
I would say better command with the fastball. Fastball had a little more jump to it than it did last night. Honestly, off speed wasn't the best it's been, but I would just say commanding the fastball.
Cam, did Coach Godwin, when he left the game, did that kind of inspire the team, get them fired up, do you think?
Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, I was on the mound and I saw him look back at the dugout and get the boys fired up, and you could feel the place, you know, when he got thrown out, just, you know, the electricity just shoot up, and our dugout, it just got the dugout going. And you saw the offense respond right after that happened.
Obviously, we kind of said it yesterday. The team probably wasn't going to go undefeated in the conference, you know, probably kind of unrealistic. Just how do you think y'all handled losing, which you probably knew was going to happen at some point, a game here and there, and responding to that today, just kind of mentally amongst the players?
Yeah, it kind of, you know, just shows the past, you know, 2 weekends how hard winning 4 games is. It just doesn't happen often. And UCF's a great team, and we just knew today we got to respond, and tomorrow's a huge game. We got to win the series tomorrow.